Hi, this is Dave, Fell Running Guide. Welcome to this week's navigation task. Got a slightly different task this week. It's a task on aspect of slope, and I'm using software from FatMap. I don't know if you've heard of them, but check them out. It's a really good app for route planning and navigating. You can have it on your phone or PC. There's a free basic version, and you can pay a little bit more to have Ordnance Survey maps and other European maps on it, so worth checking out. So what I want you to do is work out where these two features are and see if you can find them on the map, which is the Ordnance Survey 1 to 50,000 map this week. So let's have a look at that slide with aspect of slope on it. So the first thing to note is this compass rose here. That doesn't indicate the direction we're looking, so we're not looking north. What it means is these little segments, these colours are which direction we're facing. So anything light blue is north facing, anything orange is south facing, and black is west, east is white. So just a comment on that, I don't quite understand why we haven't got the darkest being the north facing slopes. It would make sense to me that the darkest shade in the black was north, where we don't get any sun, but that's just the way that FatMap have done it. So anyway, what we can see here, these darkest slopes are facing west, and they're facing us, which means that we must be looking east. And we can confirm that by, we can see we've got a ridge line here. Down to the right we've got orange, which is south, and off to the left we've got this blue bluey colour here, so that's north. So that confirms that we're pretty much looking eastwards, and we can see we've got this valley here as well with a lake in the bottom of it, which is running east-west. So can we identify that? That would be a start. Well, there's only one valley running east-west with a lake in it, and that's the Ogwen Valley here. So we have to be over to the left, the west of the map, looking eastwards over here, and we were looking over a ridge line that was west facing. We can see here we've got this ridge line here with the aspect of slope to the west. So let's have a check. So here's that ridge line, look. So the first thing we want to find is that point there, that high point there to the right of the ridge line. It's to the right of the Ogwen Valley as we look. Another thing you might have noticed is we've got another body of water here. So that can help us because we're going to go along this ridge with that reservoir on our left to that ridge that's running west to east, over the first summit, down and up to the second one. So can we see that? Well, there's that other body of water, the reservoir. So we were looking from an elevated position over here. We've got Elidavour, and then that goes along to this ridge, Fogoch, drops down and then up to Igarn, which is to the right of the Ogwen Valley as we were looking. So that is our first feature. What was the second feature we were looking for? Well, it's the end of this ridge here. You can see the ridge coming down. We can see the shading changing from dark to slightly lighter, indicating that the slope aspect changes from west to maybe a bit more southwesterly. And also it looks like we've got a steepening here just from looking at the angle of it coming down. So if we trace this ridge back up, where is it? Well, it's on the summit before, it's coming off the summit before Igarn. So can we find that? Well, if we get Igarn and we'll work our way back to the next summit along Folgoch. We can see this ridge coming down here, down, 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 and there we have the point that it swings around. It's coming down southwesterly and then it swings more to the west, and there we've got the steepening. So that was the point we were looking for. Now there is a little another little feature we've got on FatMap, which is this, where we get a bit of a satellite view. So here, that's the same view as we had with the aspect of slope. We can see the reservoir, we can see the Ogwyn Valley, we can see Elidavar here in the foreground, and then the ridge running along, Folgoch there, down, and Igarn there. And then this was the ridge coming down, and this was the point that we were looking for there. Now, what we can do, we can actually go onto FatMap and change the layers again to Ordnance Survey and see what that looks like there. So we'll just do that. So this is the point we were looking at. So I'll just change the layers on here and go to Ordnance Survey. So that's a point there. That's actually the one to 25,000. So if I just zoom out slightly, takes us to the 1 to 25,000. That takes us to 1 to 50,000, and that's in 3D. So we can change it to 2 dimensions, and there we have it. Look, we can just see that was the point that we were looking for there. So those are your answers. We were looking from a point above and off the map to the west over the Ogwyn Valley, and those were the features that I had highlighted. So yeah, a little bit different, but worth getting your head round aspect of slope and then translating that to the map. So hope you found it interesting and useful. Thanks for watching. Look out for next week's navigation task. Bye for now.